Hi guys, we as men get a lot of aggro from the women in our lives about the disgusting things that we do. But have you guys ever wanted to know what disgusting things women do when we're not around? Well, in my humble opinion, some of these things in this list are a lot worse than we as men do. So, let's take a look at the 10 disgusting things women do. Number 10. Smelling her crotch. Women will go ahead and smell their crotch region to see how the stank down there is. Obviously, walking around all day, especially in the summer, will of course make it sweaty down there. We as men share that pain with you. But when that time of month comes around, the stink down there can get a lot worse. And having a bad smelling crotch while walking around in your summer dress is something that will even put the flies off their food. Number 9. They look in the toilet. So guys, one of our favourite pastimes is taking a look at the masterpiece we have just sculpted, moulded, shaped and accomplished after sitting on the toilet for several hours. We want to be able to have the satisfaction of seeing what we have been able to produce while reading the newspaper. And who said men couldn't multitask? However guys, women win this one hands down. Think about it. Once a month, every month, for at least half of their lives, they have to pass their uterus lining, which is congealed with thick, chunky blood that looks like some sort of crazy experiment gone horribly wrong. But combine this with a large steaming crap, that's when women take the gold. Number 8. Making a DIY pad out of toilet paper. Now there is nothing close that we as men can do to copy this one. You girls are on your own, and in my humble opinion, I'm happy we can't copy this one. One of the things that women do is do-it-yourself Maxi PADs, so as they reach Red October status they can be caught off guard, and of course this can happen without a backup plan. And there is no Sean Connery to save them now. What are they going to do? Well, they're going to run to the nearest public toilet. It can be in the closest McDonald's or nearest shopping mall. But they will go in there, grab a handful of toilet paper and wrap it around their underwear several times to make their makeshift sanitary towel. This will stop everything running onto their panties or running down their legs. Number 7. Popping their own pimples and liking it. The ritual will start with them going to the bathroom to get ready for bed. In that time, they are taking off their makeup, brushing their teeth, and all the usual things. But they will also stand there in front of the mirror popping their pimples. This alone brings sheer glee and delight for them. And the more pus that is expelled from a single pore, the bigger the smile gets on their faces. But they don't stop there. When they run out of blackheads or pimples, they will go and find the next unsuspecting victim, and in most cases, the boyfriend or the husband gets the brunt of the attack. I'll be standing there in the bathroom in the morning trying to get ready when I notice out of the corner of my eye the girlfriend sneaking up on me, but to try and find her next fix of pimple popping. Number 6. Going days without showering because, well, it's too much work. We men have to shower because, well, we stink from head to toe, and we'll get it in the neck if we don't. Some of us need to take at least 2 showers a day. Girls will skip the full shower in favour of a bird bath. But she'll never let you know that because then you'll think she's dirty, and not in a good way. Girls tend to take a full-on shower once a week. Many girls will wash the essentials every day, so men are none the wiser because girls don't want to stink. Nevertheless, there's something unsettling about knowing that girls' arms, torsos, and legs don't see a good cleaning but once every 7 days. Number 5. Forgetting to put on deodorant. Forgetting to put on deodorant isn't the crime of the century, but you combine that with what we just learned before, that they don't shower for up to 7 days, then it's difficult to forgive not putting on some deodorant. So guys, the next time your girlfriend, wife, sister, mother, aunt or other female friend or relative smells like they've just walked through a perfume factory, remember to keep in the back of your heads that they probably have forgotten to put on deodorant, and that they're just trying to cover up the best way they know how, by wasting that $100 bottle of perfume that you bought them for their birthday. Number 4. They don't wash their bras. So guys, as we all know, a bra from Victoria's Secret costs around $50. But one thing we don't know is that they are usually hand wash only. So it's no surprise that girls don't want to wash their bras. They don't want the bother and the hassle of washing their lingerie, so it ends up not being washed for quite some time. However, girls that do wash their bras are still disgusting. When they hand wash their bras, they do it in the bathroom sink. The problem is that they don't clean the sink first, so they wash their bras in a basin that has residue from toothpaste, foodstuff, and tweezings. That's not exactly what we call clean. Number 3. Period accidents. So what happens to underwear that unfortunately gets in the crossfire when it's that time of the month? Unfortunately, in some cases the underwear gets stained with blood. Well, you would expect that underwear to be thrown away, right? Well, unfortunately that doesn't happen, guys. These panties then get reused and renamed to the period panties. They then wait until they have more period pants than normal ones. And this gives them the excuse to go out on a spending spree to the local mall to buy more panties. And of course, if we're lucky, guys, then they also buy some nice lingerie that we get to see them in. Number 2. Using his razor for a bikini shave. The relationship between a man and his razor is a sacred bond that should never be broken, right? Okay, maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but you still want it to be clean and sanitized, right? Well, while you're not looking, guys, the ladies may and eventually will borrow your razor to shave their legs, armpits, and God forbid, even their bikini line. Now, personally, I think this is one of the most disgusting things a woman can do. If you want to use a razor, use your own, and don't use a razor that I use on my face to shave you a bikini line. Please. Number 1. Leaving their hair all over the shower and bathroom. We men have got it in the neck from women that we don't clean up after we shave, or that we haven't done a good enough job. As I'm sure all you guys have found out in one way or another, women shed their hair like a cat. And all that hair is thrown across the whole bathroom. You can find it all over the place, in the sink, in the toilet bowl, stuck to the walls of the shower. Why for all that is holy do you do that? And then of course you have a crow's nest of hair that gathers in the drain which acts like a plug. And before you know it, water is overflowing in the shower and going all over the place. Thank you very much for watching. Please let us know if you liked this video, or if the video is like bloodstained panties that should be disposed of in the rubbish as quickly as possible. Hope to see you next time.